Yo, what's poppin'? It's your boy Fredro Starr. My tales of the industry. Holla! Yo, we had this record called Walk in New York, you know what I'm saying? And it was on the All We Got Is Us album. And when we did the record, it was crazy because, you know, that's when all the East Coast, West Coast shit was going on, and Snoop Dogg was, you know, stomping on our buildings, and it was, you know, tragedy to Gaddafi, and niggas was doing T-O-N-Y. It was an ill part of hip hop, man. That whole West Coast, East Coast beef, like, it never happened again. It was never like that again. You know what I'm saying? That shit with Big and Pop really set some shit off, man. And, you know, me being an OG in the game, you know what I'm saying, been in the game for a long time, it's like, I've lived it, and it was crazy. And we had this record called Walk in New York. So we was on tour with Dies Effects and shit, and we had a show in LA. So boom, I don't know, for some reason we was kind of late to the show with some shit. You know how the shit be. So Dies and all them niggas performed and all of that. I think EPMD was on the tour too. I'm not sure. I think they were. But we get there kind of late. So by the time we got there, a lot of the crowd left because they didn't think we was gonna get there. So it was kind of like not a packed house. It was packed before we got there, but when we got there, it was kind of like you can see in the crowd who was there type shit. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like so crowded where when you on stage you can't see who's in the crowd. So boom, we got this record called This Is the Way We Walk in New York. And we ain't really coming at LA, but we was letting niggas know this how we do it in New York. You know what I'm saying? And this is after we won the Soul Train Award, beating Dr. Dre, you know what I'm saying, album for Best Rap Album of the Year. I couldn't even believe it. We beat the Chronic album and shit. That was crazy because the Chronic album was one of the best albums of hip hop. And we had won the Soul Train Award. It was like, did somebody pay Don Cornelius or something? I don't know. But we had this record Walk in New York because we was repping our city and shit. We don't throw gang signs in New York. So we like, damn, we in LA and shit. A lot of little niggas looking grimy in the crowd and shit. And I see Tupac in the crowd. Oh shit, the nigga Tupac is in the crowd. Like, yo, stick the nigga pockets here and shit. So boom, I'm noticed he there through like, after we did Throw Your Guns and shit, like after the first, second song, I was like, oh shit, nigga pockets is in the audience. So I'm like, oh, this shit is wild and shit, you know what I'm saying? So we like, we gonna do this Walk in New York shit? He was like, fuck it, let's do that shit. That shit came on, boom, 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 boom. Crazy. Word is born, like, your man Pac came to the stage and was like, yeah, that's my shit. That's my niggas. And then the shit was ill. The reaction I felt from that was like, we were saying we don't give a fuck. And that's how he be on it. Like, don't give a fuck. Like, your music is just shit. And you stand by your shit. And don't give a fuck what's going on. We might have got shot that night, but we would have died for something we believed in. And we did that fucking record. I never forgot how the nigga just gave us the love when we put that record on. And he was the main, not saying the main reason, but one of the key reasons why East Coast and West Coast was beefing in the first place. Because it was a Pac big thing, and he gave us respect in that record, and it was kind of crazy. And then the night got crazier because, it's my word, Keith Murray and Pac was about to get into it. Word is born. And I'm seeing this shit from stage, and the niggas separated, you know, Reggie Noble was there. I know the whole Def Squad was there. I remember Reggie Noble separated this shit, and them niggas, you know what I'm saying, smoked blunts and all that after everything was cool. But Keith Murray and Pac was about to get into that shit. And I seen that shit on stage, you know what I'm saying, at the show at House of Blues, man. It's a crazy story, man. That's just some shit that I remember that always affected me, because we did that record, and the nigga, and everybody else too, not just him, the whole LA respected our gangster, you know what I'm saying? And that was just an ill moment as far as being a rapper and really standing for something you believe in. So from the industry, holla. I remember the first time I actually went to Hollywood was with Jam Master Jay, and It was a first class ticket. My first time in first class. I'm in the first class with Jam Master Jay. I